Good morning, my space astronauts and space investors. I know you didn't heard long from my side, but look at this. I'm just here in Hamburg, which is, a very beautiful city here in Germany. I'm, spending always my summers in travel mood. That means, I travel a lot, and Germany is obviously my home because I'm originally from Germany, and I thought like today is a good day to update you guys about a couple of topics. Okay, so first I want to talk about why I'm not doing so many YouTube videos anymore and not so many updates on space. Second, I want to talk about the last earnings. I want to talk about, the overall, situation, why space went so much down, why maybe some of you are disappointed how the stock performed. And lastly, I want to talk about the future of Virgin Galactic. Let's start with the intro. I know it's not Virgin Galactic Fridays, but maybe you watch this on a Sunday or a Saturday, but I want to get this out there and would love to, have you the most beautiful intro for all Virgin Galactic investors. So let's roll. First of all, you need to focus on the 80% that brings the most revenue, right? For myself, as I'm an entrepreneur, the most that I'm getting right now out of it is day trading, right? I do a lot of money with day trading right now. The market is fantastic with this volatility. We had since inception of my day trading group where you can join and copy my trades and the trades of 4 other professional traders. You just need a couple of minutes per day. We do all the heavy lifting. We analyze the market. We post it in our group. You copy our trades and you have the same results. On the other side, you will learn a lot. Like if you play every single day with Michael Air Jordan, you will be very good in basketball, right? And the last thing is we have now 464 members from all around the world. So what you trying to achieve to make more money, to make a nice side income, to maybe live from the market in day trading, or just have a nicer lifestyle and live in better hotel rooms than doing this for 400 plus people. I'm sure we can help you as well. So if you have $10,000, that's the minimum requirement, then go on Instagram, DM me start, you will get all the infos and we can schedule a call and see if we can even help you in the first place. And because this is running so well, I can just not justify to making everyday videos about space and Virgin Galactic, because we are waiting. They said they will do the maintenance, then obviously they did this, and so we are good to go now. So let's dive now into the earnings. The earnings were quite good because, they just before the earnings also announced that they will fly end of the May with a test flight, right? So the first powered flight after the maintenance period, which is fantastic. A little bit delayed, but, promised Q2, which is fantastic, So I always said this, you can, bash this company as much as you want, but, that's space industry, right? It's not like building just another McDonald's store. It's putting 4 people as passengers and 2 pilots' lives into space and bringing them safely home. So they obviously do a lot of engineering to make sure that everything works well. So that flight is end of May. A month later, the flight is in June. The first, revenue flight, so to say, with the Italian Air Force. And, so everything goes as planned. And this is what I said, if you are really believing in long term of this company, then, you are essentially you need to know to average down as we go, and we will talk about why space was so much punished. But you know, in the earnings call, you have seen that I believe that there's obviously the reason, like, will they have enough money? So I really liked about the earnings call that they said like they are at the peak spending. So usually, you know, before the test flights, they use like 60 to 70 million dollars in revenue, right? What is the cost of the whole operation? Then the cost, even the last quarter, went up to 160 million. That was obviously a lot because of R&D. You know, they went to the Delta ship production line, you know, that need to have, you know, a lot of development costs, a lot of trying. So they said like, this is peak spending. Okay, so from here, around here, you know, we go down even when we fly. So that's a good sign. That means our money will hold on for another, you know, 8 quarters or so. 8 quarters is like 2 years, guys. And we already having the first revenue flight. So I'm not saying that we will be so totally self-sufficient. For that, this company and this industry is just too young, okay? Even SpaceX, even Blue Origin need money to do their operation, right? So I think even SpaceX might be already profitable, but it's just like so much R&D that, you know, you have to reinvest, you know, a lot of money. But once you are there, once you have a viable operation, then, you know, you are such a niche and a product that is very hard to copy, right? And this is where the value is creating over time. I think that what is important to understand is that you are buying the future, right? The multiple on the stock will be tremendously high because the entry barrier for this business will be high. Like, there will be very, very few options for very, very rich people. And believe me, there's enough rich people that want to go to space and to want to have an experience, like, you know, what you can do for money, right? You can have like nice hotels, you can have like nice experiences, you can travel around, but you cannot go to space with so many companies, right? So, you know, SpaceX is super expensive, Blue Origin is very expensive, and then comes Virgin Galactic, which is the cheapest one, right? So, you know, it's really nice to see that this is slowly evolving. And for me, it was always, you know, when you go back to my old videos, I always said this is a long-term game. Now we're coming to the next point, why we are so down from the $60 stock. Now, I understand the point that many of new investors jumped in during the COVID crisis, right? Like, I think this was one of the most time where new investors came to the market. And then obviously where they look for information, they go to YouTube. Then they, you know, see me talking about Virgin Galactic and they saw my success with Tesla and, you know, they jumped in, but they don't understand anything about, you know, prices and, you know, company values and why stocks will go down, specifically growth stocks and stocks that are having their business in the future and in connection with a high interest market, right? I always knew in the back of my head the party will be over, right? 10 years bull market that we had is coming to an end very soon. I didn't knew when, and obviously I was catched up from the hype as well, and I thought like, you know, now with this bull run, if it would continue, we could see like $500 in space stock when everything goes further. But then the perfect storm came, and I'm saying perfect storm because for me as a long-term investor, this is great to load up when the stock is at like $3, $4, $5, $6 rather than at $23, $25, $30, right? I got very wealthy because I invested into Tesla when the stock price was at $30, not at $100. This is where the wealth is created. So I still believe fully in Virgin Galactic. I really believe that this stock can be a huge multiplier. I also trade the stock a little bit. I'm sharing this in my trading group. Like we did like recently a call option on Virgin Galactic, and I think this is already plus 40%. I'm holding it for a couple of months now, and I think it will be a huge banger. So what I'm saying is, don't be the person that pointing fingers on some YouTubers because you don't understand the market. The only reason why you are red right now is because you didn't have the money in the first place to play the long game. What you can do now, you can still play the long game. Obviously, you can say like, I average down now. You know, if you bought it like 30, even 50, if you average down long enough and you believe in this company and the values and that the bear market will be at the end at some point, then it's a great opportunity in my personal opinion. That's why I'm putting every single month more and more money into Virgin Galactic as a long-term play. Okay, and that's why I'm already almost break even again. You know, I was when the stock was at 6, and now my average is somewhere around 5.39 or something. So you can see now that, you know, it doesn't take so much for so much money that I have put over the last 2 years. I really will be happy when the stock will be back at 18. Okay, and I can go out and say like, you know, I made 200%, right? I can also wait, you know, a couple of more years and maybe it goes to 50 or 60 again and I made like, you know, 7-8 figures amount. This will be fantastic, and I will be here and say like, you know, I said it to you all, right? I said it to you all. It was just in plain sight. And I also don't entertain, like I don't look into Reddit. I don't look into your bad negative comments, whatever. Like that doesn't affect me because I know what I'm doing, and I really want to help those people that really want to invest in this company. I get like thousands of messages like, you know, make an update about Virgin Galactic, and here's the update. So the main reason why Virgin Galactic is so down is obviously from an operational point. They disappointed because they said they want to do this and that, and then, you know, oh, this takes a little bit longer, oh, we need to do maintenance and so on. So that drags obviously down. But in an environment when the interests are high, very high, and they're going super fast, very high, all the growth stocks getting absolutely punished, because for this kind of stocks to go up, you know, they need, and these companies to perform, they need cash, and it's harder to get cash in this environment, you know, investments, and that's why the probability that the company will succeed is lower, and that's why all the prices getting dragged down for us long-term investors. And now let's talk a couple of minutes about the future of Virgin Galactic. I covered it all, but I believe that, you know, we could see like a stock price of like $6, maybe $7 when both flights are super successful. I think we could see a short squeeze. I think we could see like a meme attack, right? Like the meme stock, like Wall Street bets are jumping on because, you know, the stock is so much down, like the risk reward is so great. I think that could be a fantastic story. So I'm in with call options, I'm in with my long-term portfolio. So like I'm fully in, okay, I'm fully invested. I don't have any other stocks in my long-term portfolio because I don't see any opportunities now. I think like maybe down the road in a couple of months, I will see like, you know, Tesla at the 100, you know, this kind of stocks are always great to buy at these prices. But for now, it's all in Virgin Galactic. I see the best return of investment there, right? So I'm with my $5.39 average, like I'm perfectly positioned for that, and you can too. You can, you know, be perfectly positioned depending, like, do you do what is necessary to go there? Are you going through hell? Then you will be rewarded in the end of the day. I went through hell with Tesla. I put like all my life savings into Tesla, and the stock went down like 50%, and I said like, oh my God, is this the right decision? But then I looked what the company is doing, and I said like, okay, this makes sense. And obviously they were so close to bankruptcy, as well as Virgin Galactic is from time to time very close to bankruptcy in terms of like, I mean, they can literally like get a lot of new money from the market, but, you know, at some point, if the product doesn't work out, then, you know, they are gone. But if they work out, then, you know, the reward is fantastic. And this is just like my style of investing, okay? Just think logical. If you are maybe down already 60, 70%, then maybe it's worth to wait a couple of years. And I think like, you know, with the next bull market, with an operation going on, with the Delta spaceships into operation 2025, 2026, you know, with absolutely crazy sales numbers when they start to open the sales again, like all of these things will be great catalysts out there. Obviously, guys, I am preparing myself that from 100 flights that they do, maybe 20 of the flights are, you know, they need to glide back because they need to change the motor. That's space, you know, engineering. That's the whole point. But I think they are so mature that no catastrophes or something can happen with this company. I really believe in the management. I think they're doing a great job. I think, you know, we maybe have 1 or 2 years high inflation, bear market and so on, but I think we are in a very good spot for the future. So my next Virgin Galactic update maybe will be next week, maybe after the test flights, maybe in half a year, but I wanted to update you. Leave me a like. DM me start on Instagram if you really want to change your life, because this is what I'm doing for 400 plus people. We have fantastic results and would love to have you on board. Looking forward to have you soon back here on my channel and release.